Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. It's time for another Siege Transformer review. And we want to give a special shout out to Silver Cloud for her contributing this figure to the lineup. Mainly because at the time I could not find this guy in the stores. We're taking a look at Impactor. This here is the Autobot version of Impactor. The Decepticon version of Impactor is included in the Amazon exclusive set, which also includes a holographic version of Mirage. So at the moment, we're going to take a look at the retail exclusive, or the retail store shelf version of Impactor. Of course, Impactor was not a character featured in the G1 cartoon, nor did he have a G1 toy. Impactor has appeared in a lot of the comics since then as one of the leaders of the Wreckers team of Autobots. Let's take a look at his articulation now. As we can see, we can turn his head from side to side, and it can rock up and down very slightly. His arms can raise out to about that far, and he can rotate his arms all the way around at the shoulder, although the right shoulder is somewhat restrained due to the gun on his shoulder being in the way. He does have a joint at the elbow, so you can bend his arms at the elbow about 90 degrees. And he does feature the swivel arm battle grip, like G.I. Joe figures have. But of course, also for on his left hand here, we have the drill mounted on it. We can always remove that and rotate it out to be a normal hand. However you wish to display your figure is up to you, of course. He can spread his legs apart into a full splits. He can raise his leg at the hip about 90 degrees and bend his leg at the knee about 90 degrees. Yeah, as we were talking about earlier, there's weapons. We've got this little drill unit. At least that's what it says on the Wikia page as to what the weapon is. Unfortunately, Hasbro has decided on the instructions now, that they need to be listed in Cybertronian script. Whichever person at Hasbro came up with this idea, you need fired. That's stupid. And lastly, for the other accessories, we have his gun, which of course will obviously form the main gun for his alternate mode. It's an interesting looking weapon nonetheless. Alrighty. Now that we're ready, let's go ahead and get Impactor transformed. The first thing we need to do is turn him around. Turn his head so he faces us this way. Open up this piece of his backpack so we can fold the head in, and then close it right back up. And then we fold the shoulder gun over more onto the body. Turn him around, and we're going to pop his chest plate out and bring it up in level. The arms we straighten out and bring forward like he's a zombie, and rotate the fists inward so that you have the open holes sticking out in front like that. Now that you've done that, you'll rotate them at the bicep like so that they have a hole sticking up here, and this knob is sticking out to the side. Once you've done that, so you should be able to mount the gun in according to the instructions. And that's because we mounted it incorrectly. The wrist should be rotated so that this knob is up top. Then you attach the gun to one of these posts underneath, so that it's on there just like that. And then you will fold the arms from the shoulders underneath the chest. And of course, while you're at it, try to align the gun so you can get the gun connected in, like so. And then we'll adjust the chest panel, close in on top of the arms, so that it holds it in place. And we got a walking tank for the moment. Then we're going to disconnect the body at this orange piece, right at his hip. Just bend him like so, just exactly like that. So once he's like that, we're going to get his feet out, fold them out like so. Come on out, feet. You'll fold these back pieces of his feet underneath. Press the legs together at the front. Then rotate these these side pieces all the way around to the back. And then you'll fold the feet sections in one at a time and attach them to these posts on the back. Just exactly. That's the way I was doing before he just popped right out. Toys have a mind of their own, don't they? And then there we have it. He's now in his tank mode. Of course, you want to make sure he doesn't lose the drill. You can attach it up here to the top of the turret. Of course, the tank's on fake treads, but he does have 4 sets of wheels. 2 of them underneath the front fake treads. The others are back here on his feet. So how does he roll on these wheels? Fair. Not really very good, but he's a tank. What do you expect? Now, of course, for extra motions, you can raise the tank gun up, like so. And, of course, with the way the turret is mounted on the body, the turret can turn. So you do at least get some action out of him. So very similar to Megatron, you at least can turn the turret, unlike on Skytread, where the tank portion cannot turn the turret. So you at least get that as some play value. That, and of course, we also get these nice little spikes here on the front of the tank. Great for plowing through obstacles. And some extra side-mounted guns mounted on the side. So Impactor is obviously ready to go into battle. Now, what do I think of this toy? This is a pretty interesting toy, especially for a character that I'm not especially familiar with. So, I definitely do like this toy. It is very nicely done. The color scheme isn't my thing, but that can't always be helped. I think the cannon that mounts on the shoulder should have been a separate accessory. That way it doesn't interfere with how the arm moves underneath it. But that's just my opinion. And in the long run, it's also a minor gripe when you compare what all else you get with this toy. I do like the option of using the drill as either a handheld weapon or rotating the hand back and just using it as a replacement for his hand. So that definitely leads to some interesting combat options. All in all, I think Impactor's a great toy. I think this is definitely one of those that does belong in the top tier. It does offer you about everything you would want out of a toy tank, and a fair amount of good stuff with the robot mode. So yeah, definitely top tier on this one, folks. And that concludes my review of the Autobot version of Impactor. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked this video, drop me a thumbs up here on YouTube. New to the channel, please hit that subscribe button down below so you can join up in our ranks. Don't forget to ring the bell so you'll be notified when I post new content. And also, please consider sharing your thoughts about Impactor in the comments down below. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.